Hello everyone, this is the Average Music Guy, and today I am going to show you my favorite records out of my collection. Because I have a lot of records, and they're over there, and yeah, I can't show that off all of that because it would just take so long. So I just picked some that I think are great and I love. So anyway, let's get into it. First up, we have AC/DC Highway to Hell. This is a classic record. Everyone should listen to this record. Everyone probably has at this point. I prefer Bon Scott stuff over Brian Johnson, just in my opinion. So yeah, everyone knows about this record. It's a classic record, and highly recommend. All right, next up we have my first record I ever bought. It's Led Zeppelin 4. This is probably my second favorite Led Zeppelin record. But really, there's no like introduction for this record. You know, Black Dog, Rock and Roll, Going to California, Stairway to Heaven. You know, some just amazing, great tracks from uh, Led Zeppelin themselves. Next, we have The Doors self-titled record. Um, I like The Doors. I like their music. They're an interesting band to listen to. Very like quirky compared to the Rolling Stones or the Beatles at the time. But you had, I think I like every song off this album. Mainly Backdoor Man. That's probably my favorite off this album. Next, we have Blue Train, John Coltrane. This is probably my favorite from John Coltrane. I like some jazz. Um, Mainly John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Marcus Miller. List goes on. But this is probably my favorite from him. It's very like intense with the drums and the sax playing from John Coltrane himself, and all around it's just a nice record to listen to. It's very like relaxing. All right, so next we have Queens of the Stone Age, like Clockwork. Um, this is this is a great record. I like all of Queens of the Stone Age records. I can't really um, like decide on which is my favorite. I think all of them are really good. Um, but you have like Fairweather Friends is on here. The Vampire of Time and Memory, Sat by the Ocean, If I Had a Tail. Just some great, great tracks. Um, so yeah, this is my first record I got from them. So yeah. Next we have Billy Joel, Innocent Man. When I'm listening to Billy Joel, or if I want to get into like some nice '80s poppy type music, I usually go to Billy Joel, and this is the album I like to play the most. It's very like catchy. It's very upbeat. So yeah. Next we have one of my favorite Radiohead records. OK Computer. I Radiohead is an interesting band in that they they come out with a record and it can be is completely different from the last one. I think there was a period. Well, you can say there was a period where it was kind of similar. Like this one is kind of close to Bends and Rainbows. But I think they've always had a different type of style every time with their new records. Um, this is probably my personal favorite. Um, Airbag, Paranoid Android, Let Down, Karma Police, Electionarian, No Surprises. Just an amazing record. Weezer's Blue Album. I have listened to this album countless times. Uh, I'll just say this: every track off this album is amazing, in my opinion. I have loved this album for, jeez, 30 4 years now, and have just come back, and I still haven't gotten bored about this record. So yeah, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Now this is the reason why I put this in here. I would put Animals. That's my favorite Pink Floyd record. The reason why I put this one in here is because I found it at a record store for $6, and it plays great. Um, now the sleeve is in like beat up condition, but other than that, it's still pretty good. Um, so yeah, I put it on here because it's a classic one. Everyone knows about this record from Pink Floyd. It's Nevermind. This is without a doubt a classic '90s record. It is probably one of my favorite '90s records, or grunge records in general. And you know, there's really nothing to say about this. Honestly, it's for me. I think it's very hard for some people, and some people don't get why it's so great. To me, I think the lyrics dive in a lot to the meaning of it. So yeah, I have David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust. This is a classic David Bowie record. I like this one and Black Star and Low and Heroes. I like all those records from him, but mainly this one. 5 Years is a great song. Of course, Starman and Ziggy Stardust, and Moon Age Daydream. All of those are great tracks from Bowie. Probably one of my favorite funk records. Talking Heads, Remain in Light. Sorry. This is such a weird album, but it's so entertaining to listen to all the way through. Um, every track is fun and just goofy, I guess, at some points, but it's very artistic and it gets serious towards the end as well. I just love this record. It is Talking Heads is probably one of my favorite bands from the '80s. Right, so those are my favorite records from my collection. I think for me personally, those are the records I always come back to when I'm looking through my collection and I want to listen to something. Those are the main ones I listen to, or I think are interesting to me from experience. Um, so there's that. Comment down below what's your favorite record for your collection. It can be, it's a good record, or it's just weird on like, the speed, or like the size of the record or the color, stuff like that. But this is Average Music.